Light at the end of the tunnel, sunshine after the rain. In the heart of the vibrant African village of Umuchukwu, situated between rolling hills and thick forests, lived a humble family of 5. Udoka, the father, was a farmer, his hands hardened by years of tilling the dry, unforgiving soil. His wife, Chizoba, was a weaver, crafting colorful baskets and mats from the reeds by the river. Their twin daughters, Ian and Anna, were just 12, full of curiosity and the kind of innocence that made the villagers smile. Their youngest, Ekene, only 6 years old, followed his sisters everywhere with boundless energy. Life in Umuchukwu had never been easy. The rains, which once fell regularly to nourish the crops, had become unpredictable, scarce even. The once fertile fields around the village had turned dry and cracked. Udoka's yam and cassava crops barely yielded enough to feed his family, let alone sell in the market. Every day, as the sun set over the hills, casting a golden hue across the village, Udoka would sit outside their small mud hut, deep in thought, his heart heavy with worry. But despite their struggles, Chizoba always found a way to bring joy into their home. She would sing old village songs, her voice warm and comforting, while weaving baskets under the shade of the old Iroko tree. Ian and Anna would join her, their voices blending harmoniously with the gentle rustle of leaves. Ekene, ever playful, would run around them, chasing butterflies and pretending to be a great warrior. One particularly harsh season came, a season where the sun scorched the earth, and no rain fell for months. The streams dried up, and Udoka's crops withered. The village seemed cloaked in a cloud of despair. People whispered about moving to the city, where life might be easier, where the land was kinder. But Udoka, rooted to the land of his ancestors, refused to leave. "There will be light at the end of this tunnel," he would say to Chizoba, though doubt gnawed at his heart. Their situation grew worse. With no harvest, Udoka could no longer afford to send Ian and Anna to school. They stayed home, helping Chizoba with her weaving and fetching water from the faraway stream, now little more than a trickle. Ekene, too young to understand the weight of their struggles, continued to play, his laughter a rare joy in the quiet household. Then, one fateful day, as Udoka wandered through the village, he heard rumors of a traveling man from the distant city, a man who spoke of new ways to farm, even in the dry season. Desperate, Udoka sought him out. The man, whose name was Maliki, was unlike anyone Udoka had ever met. He carried with him strange seeds and spoke of modern farming techniques, irrigation methods, and how the land could be coaxed back to life even without the rains. Skeptical but with nothing to lose, Udoka listened intently. Maliki offered to stay in Umuchukwu for a while and teach anyone willing to learn. Udoka, along with a few other villagers, took him up on the offer. Day by day, Udoka learned to dig trenches, lay pipes, and set up simple irrigation systems using the little water that remained in the village's distant well. Maliki also shared seeds that required less water to grow, seeds Udoka had never seen before. As weeks passed, something remarkable happened. Small green shoots began to appear in Udoka's field. The crops, though different from the yams and cassava he had known, grew strong and healthy. The family's fields, once barren and lifeless, now stood out among the dry lands of Umuchukwu. Udoka's heart, once heavy with worry, lightened with each passing day. Word spread throughout the village, and soon others followed suit, transforming their own dry lands into fields of hope. Ian and Anna, who had watched their father toil and struggle, beamed with pride. The harvest that year was unlike any before. Though the rains had not returned, the village of Umuchukwu had found a way to survive, and even thrive, despite the odds. With the extra food from the harvest, Udoka and Chizoba were able to send Ian and Anna back to school. Ekene, still young but now more aware of his family's perseverance, would sit at his father's feet, listening to stories of how their land had been saved. And so, as the village of Umuchukwu gathered under the clear night sky to celebrate the harvest, Udoka looked around at his family, his heart swelling with gratitude. The tunnel had been long and dark, filled with moments of doubt and despair, but they had made it through. There was light at the end, just as he had believed. And as the drums beat in celebration, and the villagers danced under the stars, Udoka whispered to Chizoba, "There will always be sunshine after the rain." In that moment, with his family around him, he knew that no matter what challenges came their way, they would always find the light. Moral of the story: perseverance, hope, and the willingness to embrace change can lead to overcoming even the most difficult challenges. No matter how dark or uncertain a situation may seem, with faith, hard work, and an open mind, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel, and brighter days will follow the stormy days.